Good morning. My name is Dean Tate, and I am going to argue the point of why Walmart is definitely bad for small town America. Yes, they promote cheap prices, and Walmart is one of the most powerful companies in the world. But they use very scrupulous tactics to get where they are. Local businesses are pillars of the community, and they promote civic engagement and foster community values. When Walmart comes to town, they create an atmosphere that is ripe for hate groups. One tactic that comes to mind that Walmart uses is they locate their stores just outside of city limits so that they are not subject to restrictions and ordinances of a local city or a mayor. This basically means that they can build a store at a lower cost and not be subject to requirements that local businesses have to adhere to, such as permits and licenses and taxes. Walmart would often come into a town and they would price their items at a level that local businesses simply cannot match. They do this practice until a small business just can't compete. There are stories that some local Walmarts, once they've came to town and ran the small business out of town, the local owners of those businesses have had to go to Walmart and work because that was the only thing left in town. Imagine having to work for a company that just put you out of business. Ditching Walmart can mutually be reinforcing not only for the local commerce, but also for the local culture. When a mom and pop store thrives, that money goes into their bank account. And typically when that happens, those funds are usually distributed within the community, which creates a positive economic loop for the community and for the small town. There are several additional concerns that come when a Walmart invades a local small town. One of those is Walmart generates a lot of traffic, and that's not necessarily all good traffic. In fact, for small communities, this can cause quite a heavy congestion. Another thing that brings about when a Walmart comes into town is they attract an array of customers who otherwise would not stop in a small town. If those people are unscrupulous or not very good people, that can be a detriment to the safety of that community. The New York Times Magazine recently done a study on a town called Independence, Iowa. And that study detailed how Walmart's expansion has been responsible for closing of several small businesses. We're talking small businesses that have been in those communities for over 100 years. Some of those businesses include 555 grocery stores, 298 hardware stores, 293 building suppliers, 161 variety shops, 158 women's stores, and 116 pharmacies. Research also shows that one Walmart store will decrease the community's economic output over 20 years by an estimated amount of $13 million. It also estimates that that particular Walmart will cost the community an additional $14 million in lost wages over the next 20 years. When Walmart comes to town, it destroys Main Street. Said one analyst, they are doing 10 million in the first year. That money has to come from somewhere, and unfortunately, it's usually from the small business cash register. A Walmart store can represent massive new emissions of greenhouse gases and other pollutants with a devastating effect on local communities. And this also affects the environment. In conclusion, Walmart is definitely bad for small town America. Walmart is bad because it is tainted by externalized cost to its workers. It affects communities, and it devastates a small town environment. Thank you.